Hello, greetings from the year 2024. I am still there because I did not read all books published in the year 2024 which I want to read. Just now I am with apress ebook building generative AI-powered apps, a hands-on guide for developers. This is a short book with 175 pages without introduction. The author begins immediately with chapter first and explains that book must give to developers just enough information about generative artificial intelligence for developing applications powered by generative AI tools. The language of the book is more scientific because the book not is from developers. My own language, for example, is very simple. Generative artificial intelligence is artificial intelligence which generates not something and not anything, but very serious important things, namely rich content, texts, image, videos, music, and so on. Generative artificial intelligence tools which generates texts are something special, mostly large language models. They used mostly transformer architecture. Transformers are of two types, mostly, not necessary and not always, but mostly. GPTs, generated pre-trained transformers, and BERTs, bidirectional encoding representation from transformer. BERTs are more able to understand the whole text. GPTs are working mostly word by word. The technique or concept multi-head attention allows artificial intelligence tool to understand the whole text. Multi-head attention is from many or several heads, or one head attention is from or by one head. The tools which generates images, videos, and so on are also something special. They use mostly diffusion architecture. This all is explained in the book, carefully scientific. The book consists of 8 chapters, but overall I would say that it consists of four parts. Theoretical explanations about artificial intelligence, naming and description of developing tools, a lot of developing tools, practical examples, and theoretical explanations in PDF files linked to the text in the book. I believe that some developer would not like to read book word by word, by firstly would inform themselves about tools on the pages of inventors of these tools. Already now information there is different as in the book, and then they would have their own ideas how is it to develop. Looking into the book is also very useful to compare own ideas with ideas from the author. The first very important tool is LangChain, is framework to create any application by modules. This is modularized standard interface. The main components are LLMs, tools, retrieval, chains, agents. Very interesting are kinds of memory, all explained in the book. Conversation buffer memory, mostly useful for long chats, conversation buffer, window memory, conversation token buffer memory, conversation summer buffer memory, and so on. The first example, practical example, is chatbot for Slack. Instead of searching by keywords in messages in Slack, necessary information must be found by chatbot. Syntax is very simple with LangChain. We know that every information in computer must be digital. So every object from the real world must become embedding in computer. There are several types of embedding, and the author tells us about them. Among of them, vector embedding. Vector embedding we know also from the article Support Embedding from the De Gruyter ebook Artificial Intelligence. Every word is vector in computer. These are coordinates in the coordinate system, 3-dimensional. There are also more dimensional, it is possible. Book tells about this also. A very interesting concept are agents. These are applications which have LLMs as brain or drive, which decide with which API, tool, library, and so on it must be interact for arriving the outside world. Practical example in the book is agent day planner in any city. Another tools for this: Open Weather API, Google API, and so on. This is user interface of JPlanner and JPlanner running from inside. What is the next after this first development? We know that every artificial intelligence tools, every large language model makes mistakes. What is with these mistakes inside of application? The answer is fine-tuning. Open source library, Nemo, GERT, Rails. LLM becomes protective shield around itself as isolated shield against its own errors. For example, LLM must stay on topic. Some topics are not allowed. These topics must be exactly formulated to be excluded. And since we have vector embedding, all topics near to the exactly formulated in the coordinate system will be excluded also. So fine-tuning is necessary. In one chapter, author explains us this theoretically and with some concepts. For example, LoRa, low rank adaptation. And in the next practical chapter, the author uses further development of LoRa, quantized LoRa, more effective. Also, LLM in user-defined application must be trained for special topics or more trained in already known topics. For this, we have supervised fine-tuning trainer. as tool with very simple functions, train, save pre-trained new model, and so on. There are listings, lifetime running, and so on. What else must do developer? Of course, debugging, testing, monitoring, tracing, and so on. For this, we have LangSmith as tool from the same inventor as LangChain. This is homepage of LangChain with a lot of information, demos, tokens, and so on. These are blocks for create any application. We see that there are 3 products of this inventor: LangChain, LangSmith, and LangGraph. LangSmith has this homepage, also with a lot of information and developing life cycle. LangGraph is not used in the book, but I looked for a moment to know what is this, and saw that this is another kind of architecture, controllable cognitive architecture. Very interesting. This is for late. And the last chapter is very, very interesting about prompt engineering, but not in the way that prompts are formulated, but in the way that prompts techniques are explained, different, or algorithms. Chain of thought, zero-shot chain of thought, more step by step. There are comparisons and link to PDF files with theoretical explanation. Tree of thought, when artificial intelligence makes several thoughts at the same moment, edit each of them and decide from which thought it makes next several thoughts at the same moment, and so on. And very interesting, chain of knot. Language model makes nodes from every retrieved document and then choose the right answer, right decision. For example, a human will know the author of a song with a title. Language model without chain of knot will use one of similar information about a song with any similar title. For example, the question is about must have been love. Language model without chain of knot choose information about song must be love. This is wrong. And language model with chain of knot make notes about information about all things with similar title and choose the title exactly as in the question. Must have been love, and gives correct answer. In the end of the book, the author recommends us to stay informed in the fantastical world of artificial intelligence. I wish you the best with this. Goodbye.